Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to give you a video tutorial over lesson 1.3, excuse me, not lesson, unit 1.3. As you know, the 28th is the deadline for assignment number 1. And so if we look, that is next Monday. I am making this video on Sunday evening, so we have a full 8 days. And this unit is very important. Gives you some very good guidelines, very good exercises on how to lesson plan according to British Council standards. So I'm sure everybody does lesson plans, but this is CiSELT level, so there are a few more expectations on this type of lesson planning based on different from your everyday scheme of work type of planning. So just wanted to go over this unit with you to make sure you are clear on everything. Okay, so first things first, as always, recommended reading. Please take your time and read everything here. One Stop English, very good stuff. Here, staff room resources, planning lessons, Jim Scrivener link, very good stuff here. Different methods of writing lesson plans. Of course, our British Council Teaching English website, lessons plans, articles, planning a grammar lesson, and then these websites also provide many reader submitted lesson plans for use in class. So TESOL Journal, I love that website, by the way. The TESOL Journal is great. Teacher Planet and Field Support site. So make sure you spend the time first before you get to do anything in this unit. Spend the time to read all of this, okay? And then we start working our way through the unit. First, we start with a quiz. This little quiz kind of gets you familiar with what you do, what you're familiar with, and what you need to work on. Okay, so why plan lessons? So first things first, we go back to the forum here, and then we participate in the why plan lessons. Okay, so as you can see, during the week, last week, I sent everybody the checklist for this unit, so we've had quite a bit of participation here. The other forums are anticipated problems, reflection, and top tips. Which group am I in? I'll go over this in a minute. This forum is another group where I have put you guys into group to participate in the group wiki. I'll go over that in just a few minutes. Okay. So we go back to the unit. You've already done your exercise. Be sure and take a look at this resource, the benefits of lesson planning. Be a good idea to look at that before you participated in the forum, actually. Okay. Lesson plan content. This is where we start building our lesson plan. So what components are expected in a lesson plan? I'm sure a lot of you are already familiar with it, but it's very good to always to go back and review. Other considerations always need to get. That's always part of a lesson plan. And then an exercise, okay, just to make sure that you understood one of those. Okay. So as you can see, one of the most useful aspects of plan is procedure. That's your scheme of work, no? So good exercise here on procedure matching. Now, aims, okay? There's always a purpose. There should always be a reason for us doing what we're doing. So that's basically what our aims are, okay? So with that, make sure you read all of this, okay? And then do your exercise. And then we do an activity on lesson aims, okay? This is another exercise, so make sure you do this, and then we come to the lesson plan itself. Okay, so as it says right here, in the previous section we started looking at aims, and then in this section we will look at this in more detail and try to put together the full plan. So that's the idea. Okay, so basically we read this, and then we read our procedure, and then we do another exercise here. Very important to do this. Okay, and then we do these two exercises. First, you take a look at this Word document. You click here, you download it, take a look at it, and it's not complete, as it says. As you will see that we have now added a teacher activity. Look at the empty columns, note down what you expect to find in each section. Okay, and then once you go over that, then you can take a look at the full plan, and you can see, according to British Council standards, what a completed lesson plan should look like. Okay, and then here's some top tips for planning. Here's a very good video on planning, and here is our wiki. Okay, but now this wiki is, I have you divided into 3 groups. Okay, so in order to find out what group you are in, you need to go back up here to the forum area, and you need to open this forum right here, top tips, which group am I in, and as you can see, I have you divided into groups. Okay, so we go back to our lesson plan. Once you figure out what group you're in, we go back to our lesson, and then we come back down to the bottom and we open our wiki. And as you can see, this wiki, you are divided into each group. Okay, so what you need to do is click on the group number. Let's just suppose that you're a member of group 1. So read the instructions here, add your ideas here. Once everyone has added some suggestions, try to produce a usable checklist of things to do to remember when planning. Okay, as always, we click on edit, we go here, and then we just delete what we have here, and we put our idea. Okay, so I just click that, and as always, once we save it and we go back to our main page, we will see our idea here. Okay, so basically that's what we're trying to do here, is to collaboratively build a good checklist to make sure that you've covered everything in the lesson plan. Okay, so once you finish all of that, you should be finished with the unit. Now remember, all of the template to use, the upload area for the assignment, and everything that needs to go along with that, the samples, are in the CIS Proficient Portfolio. So let's just go over that one more time. I know that we've gone over this plenty of times, but let's just go over it one more time to make sure everybody is up to par there. Okay, so this is assignment 1. So remember, here is our sample assignment. Make sure you look at that. Okay, this is a satisfactory. I know everybody wants to get an excellent, and I would love for everybody to get an excellent, but this is minimum requirement. Okay, so if you do anything less than this, it will be not satisfactory. That will be the grade that you get. Okay, so here we have not satisfactory grade, and excellence grade. Okay, so this is your sample. Use this as your benchmark. Okay, then we scroll down here, and this is our template. Okay, so remember, this template is what you will use to do your lesson plan for the lesson you will teach. Okay, everything needs to be here. Okay, this right here is exactly what you were working on in Unit 1.3. Okay, all of this information it goes along with part of what you looked at in Unit 1.3 as well. Okay, so once you have all of that done, remember any extra material that you use during that lesson, handouts, course book, any of that type of thing um, needs to be uploaded as well. I answered a few emails on this earlier. My suggestion is this: make you a folder, okay, and then put everything in that folder, your lesson plan template, your copies of your handouts, some copies of the course book if you're using a course book. If it's a listening activity, you could upload the MP3. The only thing is you need to make sure that this is not bigger than 2 megabytes. So you might not be able to upload the MP3. I don't think that'll be that big an issue, but if you can, it would actually help. And then once you get all of that in your folder, then zip it and then upload the zipped file to the platform. Okay, and once again, this is the upload area. Okay, and then you just upload your file here. Okay, so if you have any questions about what needs to be done on the lesson plan, you know I'm always available. All you got to do is shoot me an email or a platform message, and I will be more than happy to help. I know it's been a rough week in Chile with the earthquakes and the fire. I really do hate that. I know some of you were affected, and I hate that those things have happened this week. And you guys are going through a tough time. We just had an earthquake here in Mexico over the past few days ourselves, so it's rough. But if we're tough, so we'll get through it. If you, like I said, if you take care of yourself, I wish you all the best. I hope you all have had a wonderful Easter today. If you need anything whatsoever during the week, all you got to do is give me a buzz by email or platform message. You have a wonderful week, and we will